This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for April 15th, 2025. It's currently April 7th, 2025, 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $504.38 USD. And the shuffle video for the April 15th reading was created on March 27, 2025 at 12:31 a.m. Eastern Time. What we'll cover in this video is the overall trend direction and chart behavior for the day. We're going to give you the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events, the timing of the highest highs, the lowest lows, and the best trades. All that stuff, guys, we've been doing it for years. We're like the best-kept secret in the world of the stock market. People they just scroll right by. They see tarot and they scroll right by, and everybody that doesn't, they find a real surprise. So in any case, what I want you to be most concerned with is the sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction. The timing, usually on point to the hour. There may be cases where you need to give it plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room, because not each card's energy necessarily will line up with 1 hour of time. And so for that reason, mainly, I do not recommend trading this information alone. You should only trade this information if you've got access to the live Discord trade alerts and live trading view chart links as part of the early access subscription on our website, Tarot for Traders. It's $100 a month. I made 20 times that today. And people are following those trades in real time. So I'll show you how to get that at the end of the video, guys. Let's get into it. The overall theme and behavior for the day, there's an important support level highlighted on a multi-day scale, probably on a 1-month scale minimum, or on a 1-year chart scale even. Important support level and a trade at that support. Behavior around the highest high, a lot of volatility. So it might be that we see swings around the high. It might be that there's the high forms within a period of volatility. It might be that we see the high we probably see the high more than one based on what I'm seeing, more than once. Behavior around the lowest low, again, that important support level on a multi-day scale. We should see a lot of price change into and or out of it with some sideways rotation along that support. Usually this Emperor card support can be relied upon and trusted, not always, but usually. And we're advised again to trade around a notable peak, a sell-off from a notable peak on a 1-day chart. All right, so in the pre-market, we have a rally into key resistance. We break down from that resistance with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down, taking us into a low around the open. And it's at the open where you'll want to exit shorts from the prior day. We'll have a low for the day, at least thus far there at the open, and there should be multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance with some sideways near the low, with some sideways rotation out of the open. That sideways rotation will end with a fast sudden move higher, taking us into an overbought peak that we sell off from between roughly 10 and 11 through multiple support levels into another low. Hard to say if it's lower. It's probably the same low, actually, most likely. It's very likely that at that low, just after 11 o'clock, we come up against that resistance that we had multiple failed attempts to break through, probably around the low again. Out of the low, though, into the 12 to 1 o'clock hour, we rally along a diagonal trend line. That rally ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through the diagonal trend line with increasing volatility into a trough around 1 o'clock. And then there's a lot of volatility and a day's high between that 1 to 2 o'clock hour. Probably just after that trough, we go into a high at key resistance. And then there's a peak that we sell off from in the midst of some erratic behavior between... Okay, so the peak is probably there around that 1:30-ish time. And then we have this erratic behavior that back and forth through the same price level between roughly 2 and 3. And it looks like that erratic behavior is probably to the downside. So there's a peak that we sell off from pretty notably in that erratic behavior, taking us into probably a low for the day at the end of the day. Either we'll be at a lower price level, Either we'll be at a lower price level or roughly the same lows around the close. If it's not a lower price level and it's roughly the same lows, then that would mean that we're seeing a lower price level here on the 16th at some point, or maybe the same low. But the way that I would trade this, so close out of shorts there. Yeah, and then when we revisit lows here, probably if it's the same support, we revisit it here around just after our 10 or somewhere between 10 and 11 excuse me, just after 11 or somewhere between 11 and 12ish, probably closer to 11. We revisit lows there. I would open up a long position. I would hold that long position as we rally along a diagonal trend line out of that low into the high, probably before 130. Look for a fast, sudden move higher that will end that rally along the diagonal trend line. Look for that fast, sudden move higher, and you would exit there. You might get another opportunity if you miss it between the 2 to 3, but don't wait for it because it's just a slight possibility there. If we're at lows at the end of the day, I would say that's opportunity to open up a long. More likely it's going to be that we have opportunity here at the end of the 16th. But we'll look at that in more detail when we progress into the reading for the 16th. That's SPY for April 15th. Guys, let me show you how to get those game-changing services. If you're serious about trading this information, go to our website, Tarot for Traders. Hover over order now, click on subscriptions. Early access currently $100, not for much longer. It's going up, guys. There's just too much demand, and we got to support, on a bigger team so we can get more done. In any case, what it gets you, I mean, I made 20 times that today, guys, just today, and people were following all those trades in real time. But it also gets you the earliest access to any of our public posts that you can get through this early access videos link channel. Right? It gets you the SPY day trade alerts, swing trade alerts, and the chart links to the live trading view chart drawings, as well as access to ask any questions on the live streams. $100 a month? Are you kidding me? Get it while you can. You'll have it for the lifetime of the subscription. Thanks to everybody that does that. Guys, most important part of the channel, we want to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma. Go to the website, Tarot for Traders, to the resources tab. 5% of all profits from this information should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of all profits should be donated back to the channel as a way to say thank you. It leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. You follow those rules, makes you an angel investor of the channel. We're gonna take notice of you real quick because there are plenty of people who do it, but it's few and far between. And those are the people that hold up the world, people with integrity. There's nobody better, and they're literally holding up the world, the population, energetically speaking. Yeah, weightlifters, I guess. Blessings. I'll see you guys on the next one.